So a while back, I tweeted out and I said that Asta from Black Clover was the best shonen protagonist in recent years or in a while. I forget exactly what it said, and I still stand by that now. But in reaction to that tweet, I got tons upon tons upon tons of people telling me that no, it was Tanjiro. And at this time, I did not know who Tanjiro was. I had no idea anything about him. And instead of getting angry, I did my research. I went and found out who this guy was. Turns out he's from this new anime that recently came out, or this manga that's been running for a little bit now, called Demon Slayer. Now, or Kimetsu no Yaba, I can't say it, I'm not Japanese, sorry. But Demon Slayer, pretty new, recently started. Over the past couple weeks, I've caught up all the way on it in the manga. I watched the anime. This is actually fire. This manga is fire, and this video is going to tell you why you should watch and or read it. Also, small disclaimer, I will be giving out no major plot spoilers at all, because I think it's kind of silly to want somebody to watch a show but you spoil the entire thing for them. So this will only have just bare bones information, so in case you're wondering about it, or you're curious about watching it, or you watch it and you want to hear why I think it's great, definitely stay tuned. So basically the plot of Demon Slayer is there's a boy named Tanjiro, and he lives way out in the mountains with his family. One day while he's gone, a demon basically kills his whole family and leaves his one sister as a survivor, Nezuko. And Nezuko ends up turning into a demon because she's a survivor, which prompts Tanjiro to seek a cure to see if he can turn her back to a regular human, and he ends up having to become a demon slayer to do so. That is the very basic bare bones of the plot, and it seems pretty, pretty average shonen plot. I haven't seen this story before, but I feel like I've seen this story. But the great thing about it is the world of Demon Slayer is very interesting. They don't really do much in terms of expanding the overall places that you go to, but the characters are really interesting. That would be one of the main takeaways of Demon Slayer, would be the cast of characters, like the main character Tanjiro, his sister Nezuko, even some of the side main characters, like, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, just deal with it, Zenitsu and Inosuke. Like, those guys, great cast of characters. They balance each other out extremely well. The thing with Tanjiro is that it's like he fits in the shonen mold, but he's very different also. It's like he wants to save his sister and turn her back into a human, which is a very main character as a goal. He just wants to save her, but at the same time, it isn't like he had some crazy ambition. It's not like he was like Naruto and wanted to be the ninja president, or he's not like Asta and wanted to be the magic president, or it's not like Luffy where he wanted to be the pirate president. His goals more or less remind me of, say, like Ichigo from Bleach. Ichigo didn't become a Soul Reaper to get this crazy goal and become Death Grim Reaper Samurai president. Ichigo became a Soul Reaper just to save people. He wanted to save who was immediately in front of him, and then he just kept having to save people after that. He just wanted to help. And that's kind of how I feel about Tanjiro right now. Tanjiro doesn't necessarily want to be this almighty top of the line person. He just wants to save his sister. That's it. And everything in the story he does is for that effect, to save his sister. He gets stronger to save his sister. He goes all these places to save his sister, and I can respect that. He's a very good guy. He doesn't like killing people. He's very earnest. He's very upfront. He's very honest. He kind of reminds me of Gon from Hunter x Hunter in a lot of those ways, where he's very forward with how he feels. He has like this innocence that draws people to him, and as the reader or the watcher, it made me feel that also. And like, as I was watching it, it made me want to see him succeed, which I think is a great quality for a main character to have. And the supporting characters are also really good. Like I said, Nezuko, she's always supporting him and trying her best despite her being a demon. Zenitsu's pretty funny once you get into the story and meet a little bit of him. My personal favorite, Inosuke, haven't seen any characters like him before ever. Outside of the characters, the power system. What would a series be without a power system, right? It's very interesting. They're more or less samurai ninja type people that just slay demons. All their abilities revolve around this thing called, well, not this thing called breath, we all know what breath is, but it's basically revolved around what they call breaths, which is the way you take in oxygen, where you bring that, like when you bring it in, how you send that to different parts of your body will more or less reinforce you to make you stronger, faster, and able to perform some of their more crazy sword techniques. That's extremely bare bones intro into breaths. You could honestly make like a 20 video part series on just breath itself, but trust me, it makes a lot of sense once you start watching it and reading it. They don't overload you with a lot of information, and there's not a lot of like crazy things that happen. They don't get like a bunch of crazy mid fight power-ups. I mean, what would a shonen series be without mid-fight power-ups? But it's not to the effect of like, say, Fairy Tail, or not to bust out like a crazy new move out of nowhere. Even some of the more like side characters are pretty funny and cool. Like they all seem to have like a purpose, and they don't kind of just linger around for no reason. They definitely shift you around to where you get a chance to meet and interact with the whole cast, which is a thing a lot of series don't really handle well. Honestly, I will say that the anime adaptation to me so far is much better than the manga adaptation. I just really like to read manga, so if you only want to watch it, that's totally fine. If you're even the slightest bit interested, I would read, or not read, I would watch the first 3 episodes. If you're not hooked on it from those, I don't know what to tell you. You would be missing out. If you want to read it, definitely give it like the first like 5 or 10 chapters to see if you can get into it. But Demon Slayer is hype. Definitely, Tanjiro's up there for one of my new favorite, like top 5 favorite main characters. Demon Slayer's great. Let me know down below if you're curious on watching it. I can definitely answer any questions you might have about it. If you're a fan of Demon Slayer, let me know who your favorite character is. Mine is Inosuke. We can fanboy over Inosuke in the comments. Like and sub if you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to do more why you should read or watch videos in the future, just because there's a lot of shows that I think are really good that people should watch, and I just want to give people a little quick intro to see what they get into before they watch it. But yeah, I got nothing else, so I guess I'll catch you guys in my next video.